Hey guys, welcome back. Jarrett Grimes here, hanging out in front of the 220 that I know you are all too familiar with lately. Most of my videos that I've been putting out have been related to this tank, but it's filter maintenance day, so let's check that out instead. In the meantime, a quick montage of the 75-gallon planted. I've had good luck with this tank. As of late, it is doing amazing. I'm actually considering adding about 10 more pineapple swordtails, but I guess we'll see when the time comes. So here we are in the infamous bathroom, and it is quite difficult at times to film because I have kids and a wife and people running around in and out, especially this time of year being Christmas. So I'll just show you a little bit of what I'm going to do real quick, just bits and pieces, so I don't make this a 35-minute video. It takes me about 20 to 30 minutes to clean this out and redo the charcoal and whatnot, depending on what I have in it. I'm probably going to take some Purigen out of my sump and put in here. I don't actually remember putting any in this when I originally set it up on camera 6 months back. And this has not been cleaned since that video. So let's get into it and crack the filter open. Of course, you will notice at first it's going to leak, so let's go ahead and attempt to drain some water out of it. I wish I had a drain on the bottom, but that's okay. Actually, I'm going to grab a bucket. So I'm going to try to make this as simple and as sweet as possible. This right here is an impeller housing cleaning brush or a hose cleaning kit. I also have this. Personally, I like to use to clean the impeller housing out, and it works really, really good. So let's crack the top, pull it off, and I'll start pulling out trays. First thing I do is shake this motor housing out, and I pull this off, and in hopes that I can get this out without needle nose pliers. There we go. It's all slimy, and we'll clean that off in the water. And what I was talking about taking this brush to, the inside of here. You definitely want to keep the inside of your canister housing as clean as you can. It doesn't have to be perfect. But remember, this heats up, and this adds heat to our tanks in general. So, anyways, I showed you that. It's enough of that right now. I'll come back to that and start pulling out trays. But I can tell you right now, I haven't even got that far into it, and that just came out of the motor housing. So on the top I have my chemical filtration, which is a Purigen carbon mix. So I did put carbon back in. And most of that's probably shot at this point. Then I have, so this one I'll put aside. Next I have the pond matrix, lava rock in the center, filter pads on the next one down. These are fine filter pads. And then the one on the bottom is coarse and a sponge material. We'll rinse the sponge one out. Now I have bio balls in here, so I need to get those. They're not used for bio, they're just used to break up the water flow in the bottom. All that muck. This one will get rinsed out outside of that. These will get cleaned out. This one will probably get replaced, to be honest. away. Okay, now I'm going to rinse this and come back to you. So I'm still going to clean my impeller off, which I'll run a little bit of water over it. Just rinse it off. Rinse the tube off. Don't lose it. Don't drop it in the drain. Don't lose that bottom piece because that's important. Now when I did take it apart, so I had the bottom piece of this. Sorry, I'm kind of stalling out. I lost one of my feet to it, and this just is press fitted in there. Whenever I pulled it up off the floor, I guess it had been wet before. But on these, this is not important to keep unless you just want to keep it. Otherwise, there's no need. These, on the other hand, can be rinsed out and reused. This is a coarse, it's not a fine pad, so it's just a coarse debris trapping pad. Not a big deal. You can rinse it right out and reuse it as many times as you think is okay. Or at least for me, that's how I do it. I just tap it on the side of the tub or the sink, wherever. I like to use the bathroom because it's easier to clean up if I make a mess, which we all do. I always make a mess. So I tend to make less of a mess in here compared to in the kitchen. I'm a little more conscious about it in the living room, or in the living area, especially around the kitchen where we eat and dine. So I'm going to check these other pads and then I'll show you what I do as far as prepping the carbon that I'm going to put in there. So basically where I'm at now, remember this, the fine pad I am replacing. It's not bad and it's not stretched out or anything. I'll clean it out, but for the purpose of this video, I am going to use a brand new pad. And I've already started the process of putting the filter back together, as I'll show you in just a second. Should be a good enough angle for you. It's see-through, so. Alright. Now I have the lava rock. It'll just go back in the order you take them out. Try to get them level, which I'll do that. I'll make that mistake at least once. Alright, and then I have Pond Matrix lava rock, or Pond Matrix Biomax by Flugel, and ceramic rings in that one, which that tray is chock full of stuff. It's actually a little bit too full and blocks some of the water, but it doesn't really matter. Again, this is not my sole means of filtration, so I don't really worry about little details like that because it's not going to matter all that much. So this here, we're going to want to pull, I think this is the one. Alright, we're going to empty this one out into the sink and the trash can, and I'll I think I'm going to use zeolite this time. Here's my work area that I'll be using. And don't mind it because I haven't ever really filmed a video here. I just thought it'd be something new to do. So these kind of bags tie, which really I should swap it out with a bag that zips. I guess I could do that. It'd be a lot easier in the long run because they're easier to fill. Let me see if I have one and I'll see if that's an option. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the first one and pour it in here because it has, I think, some leftover Purigen and all kinds of mess in it. I don't want that in this filter anymore unless it's in a media bag. So we're going to just get rid of it. See how I just rinsed all that out? we're going to get rid of that. This one is actually good because I just replaced this. Alright. Alright, so we have this one here. I want to save, the top portion is new, the bottom portion is old. So let's get rid of that. I think. Yep. Trash it. I always rinse my filter bags out, so you never know when you're going to need them for some bio, lava rocks, biomax, whatever suits your fancy. Okay, that's it for that matter. Now, we're going to add, and just to make you aware, I did clean this sink out prior to filming here. So I'm going to take a little carbon and ammonia chips, I guess is what they call them, and chuck it in here. Don't need much. Remember, I do have the sump, so this is more or less for odor or precautionary measures. I haven't used any medication, so I don't really have any reason to use this, but as preparation for me personally, peace of mind. The zeolite is good for ammonia removal and detoxification when I'm not adding prime or stability or any kind of synthetic bacteria. So we'll add this, give it a quick rinse. Add a little bit more. I do have a lot of stuff in my sump running, so I don't want to go overboard with this. I got a really good deal on this for $4.88, so can't really complain there. Alright, I'll give it a rinse. And there you have it. If you look closely, you can see the little specks here, like this. This is actually Phosguard, which I do use from time to time. I used to put it in the filter. It doesn't really do anything more than 3 or 4 days, and you're supposed to remove it. So I'm actually going to keep this in here. It's not enough to really do anything or mess with anything. It kind of helps with water flow through these chips. So we'll just pretend like it does something. Otherwise, I appreciate you guys tuning in, and I'm just going to put everything back together, chuck it in the living room, hook the hoses up, open the valves, and kick it on, and add water to the tank for the displacement of filling this filter back up. Now I do fill this up halfway with water before I put it on the tank, but other than that, it's good to go. It's pretty simple, not too hard. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and let me know what kind of filtration you prefer in the comments below. And you can message me at jgrimesaqua on Facebook, or check me out on Patreon, JaredGrimes_Aquatic-Life. If you would like to support the channel, I really appreciate it. Please share this video if you know someone that would be interested in checking it out. Otherwise,